What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today to compare which plugin is the best vocal plugin out on the market right now. Many of you guys may be asking, do I actually need a vocal plugin? And the honest answer is, hell no. To the nah. But why would you get a vocal plugin? Because it does make mixing vocals easier. If you are a newer, engineer or a newer artist who is looking to engineer your own vocals, sometimes a vocal plugin kind of keeps you dialed in with just all of the specifics that you need, whether it's your compressor, your EQs, and all that other stuff, auto-tune, whatever it is in those plugins. So in today's video, I've grabbed 4 of my favorite vocal plugins. There might be some that y'all may think are better or not. You know what? I can only go with what I use. So we have Topline Suite from UAD. We've got Nectar 4 from Isotope. We've got Native Vocal Strip 2 from SSL. And then we have Vox Guru. So if you guys can see right here, this video is actually a long time in the making. I started this video in May. And then all these mixes and everything are from May. I don't know why I didn't record the video, but as you see right here, this is basically this video. So we'll start right here with UAD Topline. So when you're looking here at UAD Topline, all of these are going to be different. So, Topline's going to look like this. Nectar is going to look like this. Vox Guru is going to look like this. And then Native Strip is going to look like this. So each one of these plugins are going to give you different things. Let's just get this opened up. And then Native Vocal Strip 2 looks like this. So each one of them has different things going on. Some of them have things that others don't, and vice versa. So with this Topline Vocal Suite, with this one, you get different sections. So as you see here, you're going to get auto-tune in this, which is pretty solid. You're also going to get a pitch shifter and format shifter over here, which is pretty solid. You don't get the pitch and the format shifter in any of the other plugins. And then when you come to this section, you're going to get controls over like your analog. So this is going to be like saturation that you can add. You can add different kinds of saturation to it. You're going to get control over your dynamics. So your compression right here. You also have a de-esser right here that you can use to go along with it. And you have a gate right here too, which is pretty solid. So you got everything you kind of need for your vocals here. You've got different ways that you can come at your your dynamics, your compression. So you can make it aggressive, tight, focused, transparent, so on and so forth. And then you'll see here, you also have an EQ, and you can add air to that EQ if you want to. You see that band right here. Over here on the last side, you'll notice you have modulation. So you have different modulations that you can use from chorus, doubler, flanger, widener, wow, flutter, whatever the case is. Then over here, you have different kinds of delay. So you have different delays that you can use, and then you have different reverbs that you can use too as well. So you can see here, you got cassette, studio tape, digital delay, and then you'll see right here on your reverb, you've got different kind of reverb types. So that's kind of this plugin in a nutshell. What I'm going to do is I guess I'll play the vocal first, and then I'll let you hear what it sounds like without Topline on there, and then with Topline on there. With all these tracks, I did the bass line, same thing. So I mixed them how I would mix a track. So on this main track, I have the compression, the EQ, de-esser, gate, all that stuff on here. On the send right here is where it's going to be reverb. So I use Vocal Suite for the reverb and the delay, and that's all I used in this. And then I have another insert where I have a high shelf EQ going to, and you'll notice that the only thing I used in this was the EQ. So with all the plugins, I did the same thing. With Nectar, I used their delay and their reverb, and then I used their EQ. With Vox Guru, I did the same thing. I used their delay, their reverb, and EQ. With SS Vocal Strip, I used stock plugins. I figured that would be the fairest way to go. So for the reverb and the delay, I just used stock reverb because I didn't want to use a $200 reverb. That wouldn't be fair. So let's go ahead and start right here with this Topline vocal. This is what the vocal sounds like without Topline on there, and then I'll push play and let you guys hear what it sounds like with Topline vocal on there. So it's just going to be the vocal by itself.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins.
All right, so now this is what it's going to sound like when I turn all those effects back on. I will do A/B comparisons too from each one of these so that you guys can hear.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins.
So that's what it sounds like that. And then let's hear what it sounds like in the beat real quick for you guys.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins. Knowing surely I'll stack some ends. Growing fury at it again. Acting in sin, attacking you.
So it sounds pretty decent, sounds all right. So let's go ahead and check out Nectar next. So as we check out Nectar over here, Nectar's pretty fire because I'm not going into a full demo on this, but with Nectar, you can make it learn. So this is like AI, in case you didn't know. I've done a full review on Nectar, I think 2, 3, and 4. So you can get the full review, but you can hit this learn button and then it'll listen to your lyrics and it'll listen to your vocal and then it'll put together a chain for you. Now, what's nice about Nectar versus the other ones, well, Vox Guru, you get this too. But Nectar, you get all these different modules. And so, you know, with Nectar, you can use these modules separate. So you can use them as standalone plugins, but you can also use them here as like a channel strip, as we're doing here. So with this, you're going to get a bunch of different plugins in this. So you know what I'm saying? You get like a backer, compressor, de-esser, delay, dimension, EQ, gate, reverb, saturation, different voices. And then you're also going to get auto-tune with this too as well. I don't really like the auto-tune in this one that much, but you do get it. You see it's right over here in your key detect. So we'll just go ahead and we'll listen to what this sounds like, you know what I'm saying, in the beat real quick.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins. Knowing surely I'll stack some ends. Growing fury.
All right, so now let's go ahead and check out Vox Guru. Vox Guru is all right too. With Vox Guru, this is going to be set up like this. So you get right here on this channel, you're going to get your compression. And then you can hit advance and come underneath the hood and see you got some more controls over some other things. So you get control over, you know what I'm saying, your tone, how fast you want the compression to go. You know what I'm saying, your de-esser over here. So that's pretty solid. Then you have right here your EQ. So you can hop underneath the hood and you can mess with it a little bit more if you want to. You have your saturation right here. So you have different kinds of saturation type. You have your bias, tone, mix, and then you have different kinds of saturation type. You can see here. Right here, you got delay and reverb. And then this last channel is just going to be different effects that you can add. So you come over here, you got doubler, I think a phone effect, chorus, amplifier, harmony, and phaser. And it's solid on this because you get a harmony, which is pretty dope too. You get that on the Nectar too as well. But that's pretty solid. I'll let you guys hear what this sounds like in the beat real quick. And again, I'm using Vox Guru as the delay and the reverb. And then I have it over here for the EQ. And then the same with Nectar. As you can see here, I have Nectar on reverb and delay. So, but this Vox Guru sounds like this.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins. Knowing surely I'll stack some ends. Growing fury at it again. Acting in sin, attacking your kin. I'm masking a grin and laughing at them. I'll scatter they.
All right. And so now the last one I have here is SSL. SSL is pretty solid too because this one has a compander. It's got your compression right here. It's mixed with an expander. Then it's got your de-esser. It's got a deploser, so it pops plosives for you, which is solid. It's got an EQ too, and then you can move all the channels around. This one does not have a reverb or a delay, but it doesn't sound bad. And this one sounds like this.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins. Knowing surely I'll stack some ends. Growing fury at it again.
All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come over here and I'm gonna highlight certain sections and I'm going to just play everything as it is. And what I'll do for you guys is I'll put up which plugin I'm using first, which plugin I'm using second. I'm just gonna let it go for 4 bars. And then after 4 bars, I'm gonna let it go to the next track. So we're just gonna play the whole track through. I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like. I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like solo with just the vocals. And then I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like in the beat. All right, guys, so I don't know if you guys can really tell, but you see how I've got it highlighted 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars. It's gonna start with Topline, then it's gonna go to Nectar, then it's gonna go to Vox Guru, and then it's gonna go to SSL vocal strip. And I'm just gonna let the vocal play all the way through so that you guys can just hear the difference between the different software.
Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins. Knowing surely I'll stack some ends. Growing fury at it again. Acting in sin, attacking your kin. Unmasking a grin and laughing at them. I'll scatter they friends and tatter they skin. Batter they limbs and shatter they chins. Who do you know that's better than him? Rip up the beat, who's madder than him? The skinniest brother for fatter than slim. Your favorite rapper's an actor within. So he's no factor no matter I win. The sickest with data, the chatter I'm in. Omaha, Nebraska. The city in which I represent, the city in which it's evident. These killers and dealers not hesitant. They running up in your residence, gunning up all your residents. They'll put you to sleep with no sedatives, not giving a fuck about relatives. The reason that this is all relevant, the obvious lack of intelligence. We leaving them lifeless like skeletons, eating them seeds in my regiment. Everything spitting is definite, all in my element. This track is evidence. My verbiage is eloquent, still pisses some drips of some excellence.
All right, so you could clearly hear the difference between all of the software to me. Some of them do sound a little bit similar. Maybe I have a little bit too much reverb on the Vox Guru, but again, the reverbs are sounding different. Some of the effects are sounding different. So to get the exact same match, I wasn't gonna be able to do that. But I will say that I did use the same vocal take on all of these. So they're not different vocal takes, it's all the same vocal tape. So now let's hear what this sounds like in the beat real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and push play, and I'm just gonna let it play all the way through, and then I'll put back up which software program, which, you know what I'm saying, vocal strip we're using as they play.
Check. Yo, who is him? Who is him? Something unworldly with the pen. Showing up early to the gym. Blowing up early, my day begins. Knowing surely I'll stack some ends. Growing fury at it again. Acting in sin, attacking your kin. Unmasking a grin and laughing at them. I'll scatter they friends and tatter they skin. Batter they limbs and shatter they chins. Who do you know that's better than him? Rip up the beat, who's madder than him? The skinniest brother for fatter than slim. Your favorite rapper's an actor within. So he's no factor no matter I win. The sickest with data, the chatter I'm in. Omaha, Nebraska. The city in which I represent, the city in which it's evident. These killers and dealers not hesitant. They running up in your residence, gunning up all your residents. They'll put you to sleep with no sedatives, not giving a fuck about relatives. The reason that this is all relevant, the obvious lack of intelligence. We leaving them lifeless like skeletons, eating them seeds in my regiment. Everything spitting is definite, all in my element. This track is evidence. My verbiage is eloquent, still pisses some drips of some excellence.
All right, guys, so for me, my favorite of all of these is probably the Topline vocal suite. You know what I'm saying? I like Nectar a lot. I typically use Nectar a lot when I get a new artist or if I'm doing collab streams. And I just don't really have the time to like mix down a whole vocal. I'll just throw Nectar on somebody's new vocal and then I'll tinker with it from there. Typically does a pretty good job. I think Vox Guru is fine. I think Vocal Strip 2 is good too as well. I mean, I really do use them all. I mean, just different workflows. But let's talk about the prices of these, because these things are expensive. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. So that's why I say at the beginning, are they necessary or not? You know what I'm saying? They're not necessary. But if you want to get a really quick vocal dialed in, they are good because you got presets. It's really easy to use versus pulling, you know, it's going to be less CPU intensive than pulling like, you know, a whole bunch of UAD plugins or whatever the case is. So it's just something to think about. But as we look here at the Topline vocal suite, this costs $349. So you got to think about price to performance. Is it worth it for you on price to performance? But it's $349 for this one, or you can get it at Plugin Boutique. And when you get it at Plugin Boutique, it's $399, but you'll get $14 of virtual cash. So I don't really think that's a fair deal. So I would probably just get it over here at UAD if I had the option. When it comes to Nectar, there's different varieties, there's different flavors for different folks. So you see we got standard Nectar is $199. The version I have is $299, and this is like the top version. So, you know, obviously it's about the same as Topline and maybe $50 cheaper for the full version of Advanced. When you're looking at Vox Guru, this sucks, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe I should have put this out a few days ago because this was on sale. Today's the 19th as I'm recording this, and it goes off sale tomorrow. So it was on sale for $49. I'm sorry, y'all, man. If I would have known, I would have put the video out earlier this week because I had all the content ready to go. But yeah, and then SSL native strip is $199. This does go on sale maybe once or twice a year. You can get it for like somewhere between $20 to $50. And then Vox Guru, as you can see, goes on sale. Nectar also goes on sale. And I've seen Topline Vocal Suite on sale for like $199 this year. So I thought I would mention all that. But Honestly, I don't believe whichever direction you go, I don't think that you're gonna go the wrong direction because you can get a pretty similar sound with all these things. Um, but if you have the money to splurge, I'm gonna recommend Topline Vocal Suite, and I'm telling you to get it from UAD, and it's not an affiliate link, and there's gonna be affiliate links below. So that's my honest opinion. I can't be more honest than that. You know, make sure if you guys do like this content, though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. I appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some, hit the key.